We do have a Robo Bay, and we have our first Colossus. We do have our first Colossus on the way out. Let's go to the army. Yeah, we've got 74 supply for the Terran and only 60 supply for the Protoss. I like this unit composition against Protoss. A few Marauders, some tanks, some pretty good unit composition. I do like it. Let's see here. The Protoss has caught up in supply. I mean, it's probably just because it was, you know, on a warp down cooldown or something, and so that's probably why. Let's see. Protoss is staying ahead by about 10, but in worker counts. But they do have the mules for the Terran, so the Terran actually, I mean, and each mule counts for 6 workers. So technically here, there's actually probably slightly a little bit more. Let's check out the income tab. Yeah, well, I guess the Protoss is just barely ahead. Yeah, the Protoss is ahead by about 100 minerals or so. Finally, he gets siege mode here, and I mean, siege mode is so useful. I just don't know why you wouldn't get that a lot sooner. Maybe he's just truly trying to conserve. And this is interesting. I mean, typically you don't really get that many tanks against Protoss. You kind of have to have just the right unit composition against Protoss if you're going with tanks. Just because like the Colossus and the Immortals have such a good range. Well, I mean, the Colossus have a good range. The Immortals can tank the damage, though, from the siege tanks really well. And so it just kind of negates, the Immortals kind of negate the effectiveness of siege tanks, so you don't really see them very much in this matchup. And we already have a 3rd command center getting put down by the Terran player. That's really good. And I like this play right here, a pylon here spotting for any drops. That's pretty solid. Let's see here. Does the Terran have a starport up? Okay, a double starport. And we are getting Vikings. 4 Vikings on the way out. Do we have any Vikings out yet? No. Oh, 2 Vikings. So, and I mean, that's just what he needs to combat the Colossus down there. And there's only 2 Colossus out. I am personally starting to really favor High Templar play. Just because, oh, and we've already got his 3rd. He's already starting to get his 3rd. I mean, his main is mined out all the way. So, I mean, they probably should have gotten their 3rd just a little bit sooner, even. The Terran's up still 5 supply. And so now we've got a double Robo 5 gate. Which is pretty. You can support that off of 2 base, but it's hard when you're when you're long distance mining. That's not going to make it very easy for you. And this is about to finish. You should really send these probes back like sooner, because the Nexus just finished, but that would just save a little bit of mining time. And so they both have the gold expansions up right now. And we've got a lot of Marines, some Vikings, and I mean, against this particular build, I would probably, if I was a Protoss, I'd probably go heavy Immortal, charge lots with High Templar, probably. I mean, that's what the Hellions probably are for, the charge lots, but I don't know, I still think it would probably be pretty effective. Like the Immortals could just tank all the siege tank hits and then just roll right through the siege tanks. I mean, it would all come down to micro. And then, I mean, if you had enough High Templars, you could just, and then the High Templars, if you get enough High Templars, you could just storm everywhere. And then all those Vikings would just be worthless, you know? I mean, the real weakness to High Templars and Immortal play is the EMP Terran. I mean, it's so annoying when, 5 of your High Templars are EMP'd and all your Immortals are EMP'd and you're like, well, now what do I do? And it's true. What do you do then? There's not much you can do. I mean, you can warp in a few more EMP, High Templars and pull back. I mean, the real issue there is, if you get EMP'd, you really want to be towards the enemy base so you can still retreat and get some of your shields back. And this is pretty good play with leapfrogging the tanks ahead. Though I would probably say you want to keep your tanks closer together as you leapfrog them. Just my own personal thought there. There hasn't really been that much harassment going on, and he's got his observer over here, totally able to see everything that's going on. Ooh, yeah, Stalker's just getting owned straight up by Siege Tank. Now he needs to get his Immortals out in front. Okay, so now he sees them coming back, so he's moving all the Siege Tanks. This engaging this middle area is really hard to do because these Vikings just own your Colossi. And this is sloppy play by the Protoss. You don't want to leave your half your army behind as you retreat. I mean, it's just not. And he does have charge lots, but charge lots aren't going to do that much when tanks aren't sieged up. Though they do still take some damage. We've got some Vikings landing now, but all the Colossi are dead. We got reinforcements coming in for here. Yeah. Protoss really needed to use the Immortals to focus down the siege tanks. I'm pretty sure the Immortals are probably attacking the Marines. As you can see there, the Immortals aren't going to shoot. And yeah, Taro, GG's out. That's a lot of siege tanks. Didn't know you can 3CC one base. Impressive, yeah. Yeah, all these probes are about to just die. And wow, he was really oversaturated there. Obviously because he moved the probes from the gold to his natural. But anyway, so that's that game. I mean, I liked the mech play. I don't know, I felt like VT Atero could have done better if he had focused down the siege tanks with the Immortals instead of letting the Immortals just shoot the closer units, which were the Marines. And then maybe getting High Templar just to deal with the Marines immediately. I mean, if you just storm the Marines away, and then you just bring in your Immortals and wipe out the siege tanks, I mean, that's ideally how you'd want to approach it. But anyway, so that's that. Thanks for watching.